Episode 10, Gaslighting, Rewriting Your Reality. The December series day, 10 Gaslighting, Rewriting Your Reality. You remember what happened. You remember the words they said. You remember the promises they broke. You remember the way they looked at you when they were cruel. But when you bring it up, they tell you it never happened. They tell you you are remembering it wrong. They tell you you are being dramatic. They tell you you are crazy. And after hearing it enough times, you start to believe them. This is gaslighting, and it is one of the most insidious forms of psychological abuse because it does not just hurt you, it makes you hurt yourself. It makes you question your own mind. It makes you doubt your own memory. It makes you feel like you are losing your grip on reality. And that is exactly what it is designed to do. Gaslighting is a manipulation tactic where the abuser denies your reality to make you doubt yourself. They do not just disagree with you. They convince you that what you experienced did not happen. They rewrite history. They twist your words. They make you feel like you are the problem. And over time, you stop trusting yourself. You stop trusting your memory. You stop trusting your perception. You stop trusting your instincts. And when you stop trusting yourself, you become completely dependent on them to tell you what is real. That is the goal. Gaslighting has specific patterns. They deny things they clearly said or did. You say, "You told me you were going to be home by 8. They say, "I never said that. You are making things up," even though you heard it, even though you remember it clearly. They act like it never happened. They trivialize your feelings. You say, "I felt hurt when you ignored me all night." They say, "You are too sensitive. You are overreacting. You always make everything a big deal." They do not address what they did. They attack how you feel about it. They accuse you of doing what they are doing. You confront them about lying. They say, "You are the one who lies. You are the one who twists everything. You are the one who cannot be trusted." This is called projection. They take their behavior and put it on you, and now you are defending yourself instead of holding them accountable. They use confusion as a weapon. They tell you one thing on Monday, a completely different thing on Wednesday, and then on Friday, they act like they never said either. And when you try to point out the inconsistency, they act like you are the confused one. They isolate you from people who see the truth. They tell you your friends do not understand. They tell you your family is toxic. They tell you your therapist is biased. Anyone who validates your reality becomes the enemy. Because if you have people around you who confirm what you experienced, you will stop doubting yourself. And they cannot let that happen. Gaslighting works because it is gradual. It does not start with them telling you that you are crazy. It starts with small denials, small contradictions, small moments where they make you question if you heard them correctly. And each time you let it slide, the gaslighting gets bolder. Eventually, you are not just doubting small details. You are doubting everything. You are asking yourself, did that really happen? Am I remembering this wrong? Am I the problem? And once you reach that point, they have you, because now they do not even have to gaslight you anymore. You gaslight yourself. You second-guess everything you think. You apologize for things you did not do. You rewrite your own memories to match their version of events. You become your own abuser. Psychologically, gaslighting is a form of mind control. It destabilizes your sense of reality. And when you do not know what is real, you cannot make decisions. You cannot leave. You cannot set boundaries. You cannot protect yourself because you do not trust your own judgment anymore. Studies show that victims of gaslighting experience symptoms similar to trauma and PTSD, anxiety, depression, hypervigilance, dissociation, because your brain is constantly trying to reconcile two conflicting realities, what you experienced and what they told you happened. And that conflict creates psychological damage that lasts long after the relationship ends. Spiritually, gaslighting mirrors the tactics of the enemy. In Genesis chapter 3, the serpent approaches Eve and says, "Did God really say, 'You must not eat from any tree in the garden'?" God never said that. But the serpent twists the words. He plants doubt. He makes Eve question what she knows to be true, and once she doubts, she falls. This is gaslighting. The enemy does not have to make you believe a lie outright. He just has to make you doubt the truth. And once you doubt, you are vulnerable. Gaslighting makes you feel like you are going insane, but you are not. You are being systematically manipulated by someone who benefits from your confusion. Here is how you recognize gaslighting. You constantly apologize even when you did nothing wrong. You feel like you are walking on eggshells. You have trouble making simple decisions because you do not trust yourself. You feel confused after conversations with them. You make excuses for their behavior to other people. You have started to believe that you are the problem in the relationship. If this sounds familiar, you are being gaslighted. And here is what you need to do. First, start documenting everything. Write down what they say. Write down what happens. Write down how you feel. Because gaslighters rely on your faulty memory. But when you have a record, you have proof. Not for them, for you. So when they tell you something never happened, you can look back and see that it did. Second, stop explaining yourself. Gaslighters love when you over-explain, because the more you explain, the more they can twist your words. Stop defending your reality to someone who is committed to denying it. Third, trust your gut. If something feels wrong, it is wrong. You do not need their validation. You do not need their approval. You do not need them to admit what they did. You just need to trust yourself. Fourth, get outside perspective. Talk to people who are not in the relationship. People who can see clearly. People who will not gaslight you. People who will validate your reality. Because gaslighting only works in isolation. When you have people around you who confirm what you experienced, the fog starts to lift. Fifth, accept that they will never admit it. You keep waiting for them to say, "You are right, I did say that. I am sorry." But they will not. Because admitting the truth would mean losing control. And control is more important to them than honesty. So stop waiting for accountability from someone who has none. John chapter 8 verse 44 says, "When he lies, he speaks his native language, for he is a liar and the father of lies." Gaslighters lie, not occasionally, consistently. It is their native language, and you cannot have an honest conversation with someone who is fluent in deception. This is day 10 of the December series, 31 days to break the shared fantasy. You are not crazy. You are being manipulated. And the first step to freedom is trusting yourself again. Tomorrow, we are going to talk about flying monkeys, the people the narcissist recruits to do their dirty work, and how they use your own community against you. Episode 10 complete. This one exposes gaslighting, the manipulation tactic that makes victims question their own reality and provides practical steps to recognize and resist it. Ready for episode 11, Flying Monkeys? We're moving into how narcissists weaponize other people,